Hiya, my name's Mike. Welcome to Knowledge Hub, and today we're going to talk about what you should be expecting if you get a gas service engineer, a gas safe engineer, come to your house to do a yearly annual service. Right, so gone are the days where you would have an engineer in your house for maybe an hour and a half doing full strip downs on an old back boiler unit or a floor standing boiler. If you still have one of those old appliances, that would still be required. But 99% of people now have a modern, up-to-date condensing boiler, which differs greatly. They may not be there as long, but the tests that we do and the equipment we have now can make it much more efficient and much safer for everyone concerned. Right, so first and foremost are the electrics on the boiler. What everyone should be doing is checking minimum of the fuse rating on the boiler. You would find that in the manufacturer instructions. Again, most of the time, modern appliances run off a 3 amp fuse. You should be checking that every time you go to a boiler to work on it. You should also be using the multimeter to test for polarity inside of there, making sure everything's what it should be. Your live's your live, your neutral's neutral, and your earth's your earth. And also, before working on any of these appliances, you should be making sure you're dead. You're proven dead at the appliance to stop you getting electrocuted. Right, combustion. It's essential on modern appliances that the combustion is checked using a combustion analyzer. A lot of the boilers will have a port on the flue itself, or you would go outside and test it in the actual flue termination. Now, it's a legal requirement for you to have a flue gas analyzer before working on any pre-mixed boilers whatsoever. So if your guy turns up, he hasn't got his emissions detector, unfortunately that service needs to stop there. Until he can come back with the correct equipment, he can't carry on with that work. Next up will be the flue. So yes, you're going to do your flue analysis, but whilst you're doing that, you're going to be checking that flue throughout its entirety. If it's a vertical flue, you'll be checking through each floor where that flue passes through. We're looking for all the joints to be correctly connected and screwed together. We're looking for supports on every length and before and after every bend. And obviously outside, we're looking at the terminal position. The terminal position's got to be in a situation where it's not allowing any flue gases to pass back into the property where it could cause an issue for the customer. Right, ventilation. The ventilation requirements for most boilers now are taken care of by the flue itself. You may still find that some boilers require ventilation for cooling purposes. So if they're inside a kitchen cupboard or inside of an airing cupboard, you may find that they still need, there is some sort of requirement there. Manufacturer's instructions will tell you straight away the requirements and what need to be adhered to. It's also good practice for an engineer just to walk around the customer's home, checking all the central heating systems throughout. Some of the radiators may need balancing up, and it may save you getting them back out later on for any small leaks that he might spot while he's there. There's no legal requirement for that, but it is just a good practice. All combustion is going to be checked via the analyzer, but you also must do either a gas rate or a burner pressure where possible, just to make sure it's using the correct amount of gas. Again, all information will be in the manufacturer instructions for the engineer, and these quite specific to each appliance. A gas rate or burner pressure is a necessity on all modern appliances, including any tests of any FSDs on there to make sure in the case of an emergency and it cuts out, no gas can escape into the property or the building. Finally, a tightness test. It is good practice to do a tightness test when working in a private home, but there's no legal requirement to do so unless you disturb any gas joints. In a landlord's property, it is a legal requirement every 12 months as part of their CP12 or landlord certification that one must be carried out. So keep an eye out for that. My name's Mike. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.